One way to start the day for a nutritious breakfast is to use a NutriBullet with this little grain grinder attachment, which makes it unique. I have a Ninja that I use for smoothies and all that, but for grinding grain, I just use this, the NutriBullet. When I first buy millet, which has been shown to be the purest of any organic grain that you can buy, it's extremely high in protein. As far as I'm aware, it has the highest protein content of any grain. Apparently, they used it in World War II to sustain troops. These are things I think about. When I first buy it, I put it in the freezer for a day to make sure there's no bugs in there that are going to proliferate. Because you can get, with real food, it's prone to that kind of thing. You get a little moss, and there's these little worm things that can get in there, and it'll kill anything that's in there. So I first inspect it by rotating it and looking into the grain as it moves for any sign of that. And I try to make sure that there's nothing in there. And then freezing it, I know that everything is destroyed that could negatively impact the integrity of the grain. So I put it into the cup. If I was to just boil this as a hot cereal, it's like forever waiting for this stuff to get done. So I grind it down to a powder. As soon as it reaches a boil, it's done. All I gotta do is let it set. That speeds it up. I do throw in some of this quinoa. I really don't even know how to pronounce this. I've been using it my whole life. But anyway, I'll mix some of that in there. It has unique nutritional properties as well that you can research. I researched the heck out of this stuff, and I learned what I'm going to throw into the mix. There's no way I'm going to remember all of it, or even probably 80–90% of it. So all I got to remember is that's one of the things I want to add to my list of nutrients or things that I'm going to use. So I fill this up. It's got a max line. I usually go about half. That's going to make a lot of cereal. Put it in here. Really loud. That's about it. Now I got this nice powder. Now you wouldn't want to store this in this state because it will break down. Oxygen will break this down. So I have to use it immediately. There's no storing it as a powder or doing like big batches of this. It has to be done right before it's prepared for hot cereal. And then I mix other things in there I'll show you.